Hello, this is the Ramblings of an Indisciplined Mind podcast for Friday, August 5th, 2016. As of this recording, Sierra is still missing. I'm obviously in the man cave today. I'm sitting here on the couch. It's way too hot in here to get in the recording studio. Plus, I need to do some work in there. I need to finish that up because I got a book to record soon. And I have book news in that I finished the edits today for the third book in the Nest Relevant series. I'm pretty happy with it. We'll see what the editor, the wife, says about it. I did send it off to her this morning. It'll be a little bit before she gets to it because she's got some other stuff she's got to do. But I'm happy to get that done. That means I can now turn my attention to my Roundtable podcast pitch, which I need to get done. I need to get that done. So that's the next big thing. I'm also still looking at websites and things of that nature, although I think I'm really getting close to a decision on what I want to do, at least to start with, but I feel like I'm getting there. On that. So that's kind of good. I've got comments again today. So I had a few comments come in. I actually had 5 of them come in like a half an hour after I finished the last comments episode. I looked and I had 5 more comments from Gary. And I was just like, okay, should have sent those earlier, dude. But it gives me today's episode. So we're going to do some more comments. To begin with, it was on episode 553, An Uncomfortable Choice, where I was talking about I didn't know who I was going to vote for because I wasn't going to vote for Hillary and wasn't sure about Trump. And I did at one point say something about maybe the thing to do is just to kind of be a conscientious objector this time. And Gary wrote, in spite of what Geddy Lee's saying in the song Free Will, I think that if you really can't bring yourself to vote for either of the major party candidates, considering a third party candidate is a better option than not choosing at all. If nothing else, you might show these other candidates that what they stand for meant something to someone else. Maybe it gives them or their party a little confidence to not give up and continue to stand up to these career politicians. I still don't know how my vote is going this November. I only know where it isn't going. There's still time to be responsible, do my own research, and pay no attention to the next 3 months of mudslinging. And that's very true. I did have to laugh a little bit that supposedly now the Republican people are making plans of what if he backs out before the election. It's like, okay. That's wishful thinking, I think. That's kind of like the wishful thinking that they were doing that the FBI was actually going to indict Hillary. I think it's the same kind of thing. I don't think that's going to happen. If it does, then all bets are off at that point. Who knows what's going to happen? The next one was episode 552, A Case of the Tuesdays. Must have just been one of my rambles. I think I was talking about the book title search, and he was giving me some ideas. Time is relevant. Or relevant, how I pronounce it. The Nest Relevant chronology, and then he's being silly here. The girl, the gold PDA, and everything, which made me laugh. Except it's silver, I think. Yes, it's silver. He says, that's about all I have for now. If something else comes to you, I'll let you know. Still looking forward to Wayward Time. Well, as you just heard, it's getting closer. We're getting closer. And I did not select any of those, although the girl, the gold PDA, and everything tempted me. There was another time travel story that had and you're probably riffing on it, that had a title that was kind of in that formula, that format. I don't remember what it was. Maybe it'll come to me, or maybe you'll send me another comment and tell me what the heck it was. 551, Funny Canada. Gary writes that he enjoyed following along with my pics on Facebook. I was posting a lot of pics on Facebook and Instagram. I was actually doing it to Instagram and then from there to Facebook and the Twitters. He says it's been about 35 years since I've been to Toronto. Since I've been to Toronto, eh? Yeah, it's been like 2025 for us. One of my favorite tricks from the trip is looking down the side of the CN Tower from the upper observation deck. Those cars were so small from up there. Thanks for sharing your adventure. Yes, I've also done that. When we went 25, I don't remember if we did that on our honeymoon. I'm thinking we didn't, but it's probably been 28, 27 years since we did that, because we were going back there quite a bit. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. I always kind of like when I got something fun like that to talk about. Kind of let you in on what I'm doing. Social media critique, where I was talking about LinkedIn. Gary writes, I have not done much with LinkedIn either, and you're spot on with that whole endorsement thing. You should at least have had jobs that involve those skills before you can endorse someone. I can't say for sure that I get any contacts for potential jobs from this site. I'll keep it open just in case I need to reach out, but now that I'm in the civil service world, I have more options available to find jobs where I can keep any tenure and build up benefits that I have. Well, that's good. Yeah, I'm still getting recruiters. If I wanted to do like temporary gigs, consulting gigs, it seems like that would be the great way to go, because I got a lot. I mean, I'm not getting anybody pinging me about, hey, we got a position at this company we want you to come talk to us about. But I do get a lot of jobs that are, 6 to 12 months. I'm obviously not going to leave my company for 6 to 12 months. So, glad you're catching up on Tomb Raider. This is 549 Miscellaneous Money. Glad you're catching up on Tomb Raider. I'm still saving my bucks in anticipation of Rise of the Tomb Raider coming this October for PS4. Yeah, I've kind of stopped catching up. I haven't gotten back in there to finish off that Oni, I think that's how you pronounce it. And the little bit of time that I've been playing, I've been playing Command and Conquer 3 Tiberium Wars a little bit. So yeah, I need to get back to that, but I don't know. I just haven't been in the mind to do that. Let's see, comments 5 and all that jive, episode 554. He says, since you asked, here's a comments for your comments episode. I think the term you're looking for is cheesecake, and yes, I think you're correct. They're both eye candy, but beefcake is men and cheesecake is women. That is absolutely correct. Thank you. To remember that. Episode 557, Inside Limbo, where I talked about these two video games. Gary writes, Limbo is a fun little game, especially if you like dying over and over and over. I do know that. Even just playing the demo, I died. I don't know. I played the demo in one sitting. It wasn't very long, and it was probably, 15 minutes of game time. Of gameplay, I should say, and I probably died at least 10 times. Jumping over the bear traps, that was one thing, where to get the timing right, you got to be perfect. And if you're too early or you're too late, claws snap shut, the head pops off, there's, silhouette blood, and you start over. I was always surprised by how many ways you could die in that game. Even when I tried to outguess what they had planned, I was usually wrong. The look of it stays that way throughout the whole game, which I assumed. And like Inside has an ambiguous ending. Still, it was a good way to end the game. I looked up Inside, but alas, it's not available on PlayStation. Yeah, it's not available on Xbox 360 either. I guess I'll have to watch the video series you talked about. It was a good series, so I would recommend that. Watching if you can. That's kind of what I'm doing if I'm watching video gameplay. I'm kind of trying to watch stuff that I'm not going to be playing because it's like on Xbox One or something, or it's a PlayStation exclusive game. I don't really want, like, one of my plans is that I've talked about this, is to play Fallout New Vegas at some point soon here, I hope. And now that I know that I can get Rise of the Tomb Raider for Xbox 360, that's on the list. But so I'm not watching gameplay for those things. I thought I was going to play Fallout 3, but I watched the entire gameplay that this guy did, and I was just like, well, I've seen like everything, because even the DLCs. What's the point? So that's why I'm just going to move on to the next one, which is New Vegas. Episode 558, Tuesday of Consciousness, which was just this week. Nice tease about the Borrowed Time books. I'm looking forward to the reveal of the new title and covers. And yes, I think I'm going to do some sort of an official reveal. No word on the timing, but I've got to nail down the covers yet. I got the title nailed down. Now I got to nail down the covers, and then we can go from there. And I will probably plan some sort of a announcement event. So stay tuned. I will definitely let you know about that. And then episode 559, Who Owns the Moon? The wife chimed in and said, yes, the Hall of Fame enshrinement ceremony is later this month. All right, as in Saturday, August 6th. This Saturday, 2 days from now, of the writing of this here document. And so that's tomorrow now. Yeah, I've been kind of fuzzy on the whole. I knew that was coming. And I knew the Olympics were starting. Wasn't sure when. I was pretty sure the Olympics were pretty soon. I wasn't totally sure on the Hall of Fame. So the Hall of Fame thing is tomorrow. And I believe the opening ceremonies for the Olympics are tonight. So we'll be watching that. Yeah, the local station here was having, you know, a bunch of programming in an attempt to you know, act like they had stuff to cover for the Olympics. They were just kind of sitting there talking about it. So, and one of my I got a few people I follow on Snapchat, not a ton, but one of them is working the Olympics. She's an American. She normally is in the Paris area, but she's down in Rio now, and she's working in the aquatic center. So it's been kind of interesting. She can't show too much from within. She can't really show anything from inside the venue itself, but she's shown some stuff around the village and some of the other people she's interacting with, and she can take some stills of inside some of the venues they've been at. So it's been kind of interesting. So hopefully all goes well there. I know there's lots of press, like things are up in the air with the village and with security and things. And as somebody said, you know, usually I'm kind of hoping for gold medals, and this year this Olympics I'm kind of hoping that nobody dies, and definitely can echo that. You know, I hope it's a good Olympics. I hope it's a safe Olympics. And that, you know, there's not problems that that some of the doom and gloomers may have been saying, oh, this is going to happen. So it'd be pretty bad if it turned into something that was really outright horrible. Wouldn't want to see that. But I'll let that be that for today. I do have to be on the road tomorrow, do some errands. So I will be talking to you then. So be seeing you.